Well, raising happy kids while also maintaining parental authority can be a difficult line to walk. Christina Carter with Intuit Parenting joins us now with a few tips. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine.
All right, so this is always, as a parent myself of a 15-year-old, it is a line that I'm always trying to walk because you want to be their friend. You want them to look at you and smile, there are also times where you have to kind of lay down the law. So how do you do both?
Yes. So we often think of authority in parenting as parent is above child in the hierarchy. Parent tells child what to do, and if child doesn't listen, there is punishment. Now, we can have momentary obedience sometimes from this, but the overall result is going to be disconnection, separation, isolation, fear, distrust, and an insecure attachment for the child, creating an unhappy child in the process. And not only do parents report that doing this in this sort of way, it doesn't feel good to do, but it's not that effective anyway.
Okay.
So we want to think of authority as leadership instead. So we want to think of it as what makes a good leader, somebody who has clear communication, clear guidelines, somebody who listens, works with you to solve a problem, has self-awareness, empathy, who leads by example, takes responsibility. In this way, your child is still learning right from wrong. They're learning to respect authority, and they are becoming a happy child in the process.
I think those are some great tips. I know, with my son, in the moments where, stop and listen to what he has to say, whether or not I think it might be right or wrong, you can tell that, he is more attentive and more willing to hear what I have to say, right? So it's kind of like modeling the behavior that you would like to see.
That's right. That's certainly one of the main tips here is we want to model those types of behaviors. Responsibility is a big one. We want to model and teach that. Things like hygiene, taking care of your belongings, acknowledging how your actions affect others, that's a big one. Apologizing. Another big part of this is going to be being responsive. This is not going to be authoritarian parenting, but this is not permissive or passive parenting. This is attunement and parenting with your child. So things like acknowledging your child, I see you, I notice, or validation, I hear you, curiosity, tell me more, teamwork, problem solving. And then finally, you want to establish clear boundaries from your family values. In this way, your boundaries have roots and they are not arbitrary. So each time your child crosses the boundaries, which they will, we want to return to those family values over and over.
Right. So I guess for parents out there, sometimes they might say, hey, look, these sound like great ideas and they're things that I want to do, but there certainly are moments where, an adolescent teen doesn't want to see reason, right? Yes. I mean, are there things that people can do? You just kind of have to continually repeat these practices and it'll work out in the long run?
Absolutely. You want to think of the big picture in the long run, because if we get caught up in the tiny moments of how some things aren't going to go the way we want them to, we beat ourselves up. So we want to zoom out and focus on the big picture, the overall of you showing up for your child. It's going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. Kids are going to cross the boundaries. It's really just showing up, being there, and taking those tips to heart and implementing those as best as you can in those moments.
Yeah, some really great tips. Thanks for that. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.